Hi everyone, welcome to Chandan Logics. You all know that students who are preparing for bank, SSC, railway, police, defense, CSAT and other competitive exams are very familiar about Chandan Logics. Why the reason is, Chandan Logics have trained lakhs of students, and out of those lakhs of students, already thousands of students secured government jobs in various sectors. Now, how this is possible to us? This is possible to us only because of our expert faculty team and our exclusive designed curriculum for examination. If you observe our expert faculty team, each and every faculty is having vast experience and they're having in-depth subject knowledge based on the present examination pattern, and they have trained lakhs of students. And coming to our curriculum, we have designed our curriculum in such a way that our video lectures are completely digital interactive video lectures where we are going to teach each and every subject in depth, complete concept oriented teaching and complete time saving techniques based on the recent examinations. And we are going to conduct mock examinations also. These mock examinations are exclusively based on the real time experience of what actual examination is going to happen. And we are going to provide you complete concept oriented PDF materials also. If you are a serious aspirant and looking for the right platform to achieve your dream job, download Chandan Logics app.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss very important topic, directions. Directions is very important and very simple topic as well. From topic directions, we get questions frequently in all competitive examinations. Whether you write bank exam or SSC exam or railway exam or defense exam or CSAT exam, what not, in each and every examination, definitely we are going to come across topic directions. So what I will do is, I will start it from very basic level. And I am going to take this to extreme high level. And truly speaking, each and everyone have basic idea about directions. Even though some of you may have idea and some of you may not have idea about directions. So that is the reason I am going to start it from very basic level. We'll start it from very basic level and gradually we'll go on increasing the level. Okay. And what I am going to do is, for the purpose of easy understanding, I am going to segregate them model wise. and we're going to discuss each and every model in detail. So what all you guys need to do is listen the concept carefully whenever I am discussing. Once if the concept is clear, then application is going to be very easy for you in examination. Okay, and don't forget, definitely we are going to get questions from topic direction, and it is one of the simplest topic. You can easily crack question from directions in less than 10 seconds. Trust me, in less than 10 seconds you can crack. Okay, but you have to listen the concept carefully. Is it clear? Now if you observe, how many marks you can expect from directions? How many marks you can expect is minimum one question. You can expect at least one question from topic direction. At least it is like minimum. And if you observe, in some of the examinations 2 questions will come, in some examinations 3 questions will come, in some examinations 4 questions also will come. So minimum you can expect is 1 question and maximum you can expect is 3 to 4 questions depending upon the examination. Okay, but minimum you are going to get 1 question. Is that clear? Very important and very simple. And each and every student should know about directions. Why means directions is something which we use in our day-to-day life frequently. Yes or no? So each and everyone should know about topic directions. Okay, so let us start. Now if you observe here, these are our basic directions. Yes or no? Now if you observe, this is north, this is east, this is south and this is west. Truly speaking, whatever the direction you are going to face, that is nothing but north direction. Now let us example, I am facing in this way, which means this is my north direction. Let us say I am facing in this way. Now this is my north direction. Let us say I am facing in this way. Now this is my north direction. So simply whatever the direction you are going to face, you will take it as a reference and you are going to say the direction whatever you are facing is north direction. And even if you observe here, now all you guys are facing in this way. Now even if I face in this way, now whatever the direction in front of me is nothing but north direction. Yes or no? Direction in front of me is nothing but north. And direction on my right hand side, if you observe here, on my right hand side direction, that is nothing but east direction. Yes or no? My right hand side is east. And if you observe my left hand side direction is nothing but west direction. And if you observe here, this is towards back or towards down, whatever it may be. And if you observe towards my back, now this is going to be south direction. Okay, this is your reference. Always you have to take it as reference, and whenever you are going to write examination, you simply remember one point, that is whatever the direction you are facing is nothing but north direction. Towards your right hand side, it is east direction. Towards your left hand side, now this is your west direction, and towards your back, that is nothing but south direction. Is that clear? This is very, very important. Why means lot of students get confused in examination. Direction, when they say direction like east direction or west direction, they will get confused in which direction they are supposed to move. But truly speaking, no need to confuse. Very simple and straightforward point. That is, whatever the direction you are going to face, whether you face in this way, or whether you face in this way, or whether you face in this way, or whether you face in this way, it is not a matter. Direction, whatever you are going to face, the direction whatever you are facing, it is going to be north direction. Once if you know this is like north, your right hand side is going to be east direction, your left hand side is going to be west direction, and towards your back it is going to be south direction. Okay, is that clear? Very, very important, and these are like basics. Now if you observe here, the direction whatever you are having between north and east, direction whatever we have between north and east, direction between north and east is nothing but northeast direction. Okay, next, direction between southeast, is nothing but southeast direction. Similarly, if you observe, direction between southwest is nothing but southwest direction. Direction between northwest is nothing but northwest direction. Now if you observe, when I say northeast direction, now this is nothing but northeast direction. Okay, whatever the direction we are having between, northeast direction, whatever we are having between northeast, now this is nothing but northeast direction. Even if you are traveling in this way, or if you are traveling in this way, or if you are traveling in this way, or if you are traveling in this way, whatever we are having between north and east, which means truly speaking, between north and east, now this is 90 degrees angle. Yes or no? This is 90 degrees angle. Now whatever we are having between this 90 degrees, now this is nothing but northeast direction. Is that clear? Similarly, if you observe, whatever the angle we are going to get, so whatever we are going to get between north south, this 90 degrees angle, between this 90 degrees angle, whatever the direction you are going to get, now this is nothing but southeast direction. Similarly, whatever you are going to get between southwest, so whatever you are going to get between southwest, this 90 degrees angle, now this is nothing but southwest direction. Similarly, between northeast, now this is nothing but northeast direction. Okay, is that clear? Very, very important, and these are like basic terminologies. Direction whatever you are having between northeast is nothing but northeast direction. Direction whatever we have between southeast is nothing but southeast direction. Direction whatever we have between southwest, now this is southwest direction. Direction whatever we have between northwest, now this is northwest direction. Okay, and again some of the students will get confused here. No confusion here, whether you are traveling in this way, or whether you are traveling in this way, or whether you are traveling in this way, whether you are traveling in this way, whether you are traveling in this way, no matter. Whenever you are knowing that direction, this direction is between northeast. Whenever you know that direction is between northeast, if the direction is between northeast, you can simply say that these are nothing but northeast directions. Okay, so whatever the angle, now if you observe here, this is 90 degrees angle. Now this 90 degrees angle, whatever you are having in between, now this is nothing but southeast direction. Similarly, whatever you are having between southwest, now this is nothing but southwest direction. And whatever you are going to have between northwest, Now this is nothing but northwest direction. Is that clear? Very, very important and very, very simple as well. Okay. Now if you observe here, you need to know some basic points as well. You need to know some basic points. What happened when the person is traveling towards north direction? What happened when the person is traveling towards south direction? You need to know about these basic points. Once if you know these basic points, then obviously solving them will be very, very simple. Okay. Now observe here carefully. Now if you observe here, let us example when the person is traveling towards north direction. Okay. Let us example when the person is traveling towards north direction. When the person is traveling towards north direction. When the person is traveling towards north direction, if you observe here, when the person is traveling towards north, left of the person, when the person is traveling towards north direction, now this is left of the person, yes or no? Similarly, this is going to be right of the person, yes. When the person is traveling towards north direction, this is left of the person. Similarly, this is right of the person. Okay. Now if you observe carefully, when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left hand side, yes or no? Even our left hand side is in this direction. Similarly, if you observe here, even this person when he is traveling towards north direction, even his left hand side is also in the same direction, yes or no? Similarly, if you observe here, when the person is traveling towards north direction, right of the person is same as our right hand side, yes or no? So can I say in this way, when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left, right of the person is same as our right. Is that clear? Very, very important and very simple points as well. These are like basic points. Once if the basics are clear, then solving questions will be very simple. Okay. So when person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left. If you want, you can check. Now even your left hand side will be in this way, and even if you observe here, person's left hand side is also in the same direction. So when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left. Similarly, right of the person is same as our right. Yes or no? So can I write in this way? Now observe here. Can I write in this way? When the person is traveling towards north direction, left of person, left. So when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left. Yes or no? Similarly, right of the person is same as our right. So when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left, right of the person is same as our right. Okay, this is very, very important point. Next, observe here. Let us say when the person is traveling towards south direction. Now this is like south direction, yes or no? When the person is traveling towards south direction. Now if you observe here, when the person is traveling towards south direction, when I say left of the person is in this way, yes or no? That is towards east direction. Okay. Similarly, if you observe right of the person is nothing but towards west direction, which means exactly opposite to this one, exactly opposite to north. Okay. Now this is north, this is south. Now when the person is traveling towards south direction, left and right will be exactly opposite. That is the reason if you observe, when the person is traveling towards south direction, when I say left, now this is left. Okay. When I say right, this is right. And if you observe here clearly, now I can say in this way, saying that when person is traveling towards south direction, if they say left, then you are supposed to move towards your right hand side. Yes or no? Now your right hand side is in this direction. So when they say left, you need to move towards your right hand side. And when they say right, they need to move towards your left hand side. Okay. Very, very important point. When the person is traveling towards south direction, if they say left, then you need to move towards your right hand side. And when they say right, then you need to move towards your left hand side. Okay. Now observe here. That is what we are going to write here. When the person is traveling towards south direction, okay? When the person is traveling towards south direction. When the person is traveling towards south direction, if they say left, then you are supposed to go towards your right, okay? When they say left, then you are supposed to go towards your right. And when they say right, then you are supposed to go towards your left, okay? Very important, and these are like basic points. Is it clear? So remember this one point. When the person is traveling towards north direction, when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left and right of the person is same as our right. But when the person is traveling towards south direction, if the person is traveling towards south direction, if they say left, then you'll move towards your right hand side, and if they say right, then you'll move towards your left hand side. Is it clear? Similarly, what happens when the person is traveling towards east west? Observe here carefully. Let us say example, when the person is traveling towards east direction, when the person is traveling towards east direction, when they say left, now this is like left, yes or no? Yes. When the person is traveling towards east direction, now this is like left. Just imagine that you are towards east direction. Once if you are going to imagine that you are facing towards east direction, then you will come to know your left hand side is in which direction, your right hand side is in which direction, okay? Now if you observe, when the person is traveling towards east direction, left of the person is nothing but towards north direction. Similarly, right of the person is nothing but towards south direction. Yes or no? When the person is facing towards east, left of the person is towards north direction, right of the person is nothing but towards south direction. Is that clear? Now if you observe, so what we can conclude from this is, when the person is traveling towards east direction, observe here, when the person is traveling towards east direction, when the person is traveling towards east direction, when the person is traveling towards east direction, left of the person, when the person is traveling towards east direction, left of the person is nothing but towards north. Yes. Right of the person is towards south. Write the same. When the person is traveling towards east direction, left of the person is towards north direction. Right of the person is towards south direction. That is what we have learned. Yes. When the person is traveling towards east direction, if they say left, then you'll move towards north direction. And if they say right, then you'll move towards south direction. Okay. Observe here. When the person is traveling towards east direction, left is nothing but towards north direction. Yes or no? Right is nothing but towards south direction. Okay. Similarly, when the person is traveling towards west direction, now left of the person is nothing but towards south direction. Yes or no? Now if you observe that you are facing towards west direction, just imagine that you are facing towards west direction. When you are facing towards west direction, left of the person is towards south direction, and right of the person is nothing but towards north direction. Is that clear? So when the person is facing towards west, left of the person is towards south direction and right of the person is towards north direction. Okay, write the same thing here. When the person is facing towards west direction, left of the person is towards south. Right of the person is towards north. Yes. Now if you observe, this is exactly opposite of this. Why? Means west opposite is east. Yes or no? That is the reason both of them will be opposite each other. Similarly, if you observe here, both of these are opposite. Why? Means north opposite is south. As north opposite is south, both of them are like opposite. Is that clear? Now these are like basic points. I am recalling it one more time. Observe carefully. when the person is traveling towards north direction. Why you need to remember this means always you can't represent the diagram saying like north, south, east, west. You can't represent always this in your paper. If you are going to represent always this, then what happened? You are going to waste time for each and every question. Yes or no? So if you should not waste time in examination means definitely you need to know these key points. Once if you know these key points, then obviously you can move accordingly very fast without representing the diagram. Okay, that is the reason you need to know which is left, which is right when the person is traveling to a particular direction. This is very, very important. Okay, so when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left, right of the person is same as our right. When the person is traveling towards north direction. Similarly, when the person is traveling towards south direction, when the person is traveling towards south direction, now this is opposite. When I say left, you need to go towards your right hand side. When I say right, then you need to go towards your left hand side. This is very, very important point. When I say south direction, when the person is traveling towards south direction, if I say left, they need to go towards your right hand side, and if I say right, they need to go towards your left hand side. Okay. Similarly, when the person is traveling towards east direction, when the person is traveling towards east direction, left of the person means towards north direction, right of the person means towards south direction. Similarly, when the person is traveling towards west direction, when the person is traveling towards west direction, left of the person means towards south, right of the person means towards north. Okay, these 4 points are very, very important, and you need to know these basic points. This is like a basic idea about directions. Okay, when the person is traveling towards north direction, left of the person is same as our left, right of the person is same as our right. When the person is facing towards south direction, left of the person is same as our right, right of the person is same as our left. Okay, but when the person is facing towards east direction, left is nothing but towards north and right is nothing but towards south. But when the person is facing towards west direction, left is nothing but towards south and right is nothing but towards north. Okay, next, one more important point, observe carefully. Now if you observe, sometimes in examination they will not mention us the direction. They will say like a person traveled 5 kilometers front, or you will say like a person traveled 5 kilometers and takes a left turn, or a person travel 5 kilometers and takes a right turn. A person travels 12 kilometers and take a left turn. Questions will be in this way. Now when I say person travel 5 kilometers, in which direction he is traveling, it is not mentioned. Then what you are supposed to take when direction is not mentioned? It is very simple. If the direction is not mentioned, always you are supposed to take it as granted that person is facing towards north direction. Okay, if direction is not mentioned, always you are supposed to take it as granted the person is traveling towards north direction. If the direction is mentioned to you, person traveled 12 kilometers towards east, person traveled 5 kilometers towards south, person traveled 9 kilometers towards west, if the direction is mentioned, then no problem at all. But in some of the questions, direction will not be mentioned. They will not say in which direction the person is traveling. They will just say a person traveled 15 kilometers and takes a left turn. But 15 kilometers towards which direction, they will not mention us. If the direction is not mentioned to you in examination, then you are supposed to take it as granted the person is traveling towards north direction. Okay, when the direction is not mentioned. If it is mentioned like west direction, east direction, south direction, then you can follow as per the question. But if nothing was mentioned, in which direction the person was traveled, if nothing was mentioned, then you are supposed to take it as granted person is traveling towards north direction. Is it clear? Very, very important, and these are like basic points. So whatever we have discussed till now, all these are like basic things, and most of you guys have idea about these basic things, but I am going to start it from very basic level, as I have already mentioned. That is reason I am covering these basic points again, even some of you know it. Okay, Now if you observe, in directions you are going to come across different models. Now what are the different models we are going to cover in topic directions? So different models we are going to cover in directions are like, these are the different models we are going to cover. Okay, now if you observe here, these models we will be covering in this topic directions, and these are the questions which comes frequently in examinations. So whatever the questions we are going to come across frequently in examinations, we have segregated them model wise. And we are going to discuss each and every model in detail. Now if you are going to learn all these models, then obviously you can solve any question that is going to come from topic directions. But don't forget, you need to be strong in basics. So whatever we have discussed till now, those are like basic points. You need to be strong in basics. Once if you are strong in basics, then obviously we can solve all these models very easily. And actually speaking, these models are very frequently asked in examination, and these models are very simple. Trust me, by the end of this class, I will make sure that you are going to solve any question from topic directions. Okay. Now first model what we are going to cover is, in which direction is he facing now? In examination we are going to get questions saying like, in which direction is he facing? So this is like our first model. Okay. Now if we observe second model is, in which direction did he start initially? In which direction did he start initially? Now you are going to get questions in this way also. In which direction did he start initially? This is our second model. Now if you observe third model, in third model questions can be in three ways. One is distance between starting point, ending point. This is one way. And another way is, in which direction is he now from starting point? This is another way. And third one is, in which direction is starting point from ending point? This is one more way. Okay. Now if you observe here, all these are like different format of asking questions with respect to model number 3. Okay. Sometimes what happen in model number 3, they will club two questions. Means they can club this 1 and 2 together, or they can club 1 and 3 also together, saying like, in which direction and how long distance is he now from starting point? The question can be in this way, or else the question can be in this way also. In which direction and how long distance is starting point from ending point? The question can be in this way also. Okay. So either question can be individually, saying like distance between starting point, ending point, or in which direction is he now from starting point, or in which direction is starting point from ending point. It can be in this way, or else it can be clubbed also. That is 1, 2 together or 1, 3 together. Is it clear? Third model is very important. From this model, you get questions frequently in examinations. Okay. Like next, if you observe here, next model is upside down. Sometimes you are going to get questions based upon upside down, saying like, a person is standing upside down. Questions will be in this way. So whenever you have these type of questions can be answered very easily in fraction of seconds. Okay. This is your fourth model. Next, fifth model is clock based problems. You will have questions based upon clocks, saying that hour hand is going to face towards south direction, minute hand is facing towards which direction. They will mention us the time, and they will ask us hour hand is facing so and so direction, minute hand is facing which direction. They will ask us question in this way. Okay. Now this is like questions based upon clock. Okay. Next, similarly, just a minute. Next, if you observe here, clock based questions we are going to get. Just a minute. So we'll be getting questions based upon clock. Next one is like clockwise, anti-clockwise. We are going to get questions based upon clockwise, anti-clockwise also, saying like a person is facing towards north direction, he turns 90 degrees clockwise, followed by 45 degrees anti-clockwise, followed by 135 degrees clockwise, followed by 45 degrees anti-clockwise. You are going to get questions in this way also. Okay. Questions based upon clockwise and anti-clockwise. This is model number 6. Next model, that is model number 7. So model number 7, now this is based upon compass or direction pole damaged. Based upon this also you get questions frequently in examinations, saying like a direction pole is damaged or a compass is damaged. You're going to get questions in this way. Now this is like model number 7. Next, if you observe here, model number 8. Next is like model number 8. Model number 8 is like they will be saying questions in this way. Point X is to the north of point Y. Point Z is to the south of point X. Point F is to the east of point Y. The questions goes on in this way. Okay, these are like model number 8. Even these type of questions are also going to come in examination. Next, if you observe shadow based problems, sometimes in some examinations, not all examinations, in some examinations we are going to get questions based upon shadows also, saying like one morning a person found his shadow on his left hand side, one evening a person found his shadow on his right hand side. In which direction the person is facing, they are going to ask questions in this way also. And shadow based problems, in some examinations they will ask, in some examinations they may not ask also. Okay, now shadow based problems also we are going to cover. Next is coded language problems. Now if you observe in bank examinations, if you observe, sometimes questions will be asked in coded languages, saying like A percentage B means A is to the north of B, A at the rate B means A is to the south of B, A dollar B means A is to the east of B, saying like coded pattern. So coded pattern of questions, those are going to come in bank examinations. And sometimes the similar pattern can be asked in SSC examinations, railway examinations also, depending upon the examination. Okay, so even we are going to cover coded language problems also. Okay, next, angle based or degree based problems. Okay, now we are going to have questions based upon angle based, degree based, saying like a person turns 45 degrees clockwise and moves 12 kilometers and turns 90 degrees anti-clockwise, moves 15 kilometers. You'll have questions in this way. Okay, so we are going to discuss such type of questions also. And finally we are going to cover miscellaneous questions. Okay, finally we will be covering miscellaneous questions, and miscellaneous questions can be of any format of questions. Last model we will be covering all the miscellaneous type of questions that can be asked in examinations and already came in examinations. We are going to cover both of them. Okay, sometimes in examinations we are going to come across miscellaneous questions also. We'll be covering last model miscellaneous questions. Okay, so these are like different models. So we have like total 12 models where we have segregated, and we are going to discuss each and every model in detail. And truly speaking, you can solve all the questions from directions very easily in fraction of seconds. Okay, now let us start.
If you're a serious aspirant and if you're looking for right platform to achieve your dream job, immediately download Chandan app. For more details, contact below numbers. Thank you. All the best.